Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-tackling a topic that a lot of people face but don't always talk about: how to not just survive, but actually thrive on a $20,000 a year salary. I know, when you break that down, it can feel incredibly tight, maybe even impossible. But I want you to know, with the right strategy and mindset, you can absolutely manage your money effectively, build for your future, and still enjoy your life. It's not about restriction, it's about being intentional. So if you're ready to take control of your finances, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. First things first, we need a framework. The most popular and effective budgeting method for beginners is the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple, flexible, and gives you a clear starting point. So what is it? Let's break down that $20,000 annual salary. After taxes, your take-home pay is likely around $1,666 a month. Using the 50-30-20 rule, here's how you'd split that up. 50% goes to your needs. This is about $833 per month. 30% is for your wants, which comes out to about $500 a month. And the final 20%, roughly $333 a month, goes towards savings and debt repayment. Now, I know what you might be thinking: $833 for all my needs? That seems impossible. And in some places, it is. This rule is a guideline, not a strict law. The goal is to get as close as you can and adjust from there. The power of this rule is that it forces you to categorize your spending and see exactly where your money is going. So let's dive into that biggest category: your needs. This 50%, or $833, has to cover the absolute essentials for survival. We're talking about housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance. This is undeniably the most challenging part of the budget. Housing is usually the biggest expense, so finding ways to lower it is key. If you're open to it, getting a roommate or two can dramatically slash your rent and utility costs, making that $833 stretch much further. Living in a lower cost of living area, even if it means a slightly longer commute, can also be a game changer. Next up is food. Eating out and daily coffee runs can destroy a tight budget. The solution? Meal prepping. Dedicate a few hours on a Sunday to plan and cook your meals for the week. This isn't just about saving money, it's about saving time and reducing stress during the week. Focus on budget-friendly staples like rice, beans, pasta, and in-season vegetables. You'd be amazed how much you can save. For transportation, owning a car is incredibly expensive. Between the car payment, insurance, gas, and maintenance, it adds up fast. If possible, explore public transit. A monthly bus or train pass is almost always cheaper. Biking or walking are even better options if you live close enough to work. By strategically tackling these big three: housing, food, and transportation, you can make that 50% category work for you. Now for the fun part: your wants. This is the 30%, or $500, that makes life enjoyable. A lot of people think budgeting means cutting out all fun, but that's not sustainable. It leads to burnout and giving up. This category is for things you enjoy but don't necessarily need to survive. Think dining out, hobbies, streaming subscriptions, new clothes, or going to the movies. The key here is intentional spending. Instead of mindlessly spending, you're making conscious choices. Maybe you love going to concerts. You can budget for one big show every few months instead of going out for expensive dinners every weekend. Or perhaps you're a movie buff. You could swap the expensive theater experience for a movie night at home with friends. There are so many low-cost or free hobbies to explore. Think hiking, visiting the library, learning an instrument through online tutorials, or starting a creative project. Instead of multiple streaming services, maybe pick just one. This isn't about deprivation. It's about prioritizing what truly brings you joy and cutting back on the rest. That $500 gives you the freedom to choose what matters most to you each month. It's your fun money, so spend it guilt-free on the things you've planned for. Finally, let us talk about the most important category for your long-term success: the 20% for savings and debt repayment. This is your $333 a month that you use to build your future. This is where you escape the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Your absolute first priority here should be building an emergency fund. This is your financial safety net. Life is unpredictable. A car repair, a medical bill, or a sudden job loss can happen to anyone. Without savings, these events can force you into debt. I know this is a lot of information, and making these changes can feel overwhelming. The key is to start small and be consistent. Don't try to change everything overnight. Maybe this month, you focus on meal prepping. Next month, you cancel one subscription you don't use. Small, consistent actions add up to massive results over time. Track your spending for a month to see where your money is actually going. You might be surprised. Use a simple notebook or a free budgeting app. The goal is to create a plan that works for you, your lifestyle, and your goals. Living on $20,000 a year is a challenge, but it is not a life sentence of financial struggle. By being proactive and intentional with your money, you are empowering yourself. You are taking control. You can do this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some practical steps and a dose of encouragement. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on personal finance and intentional living. Let me know in the comments what your biggest budgeting challenge is. Let's support each other. Remember, your financial journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, celebrate the small wins, and keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video.